You guessed it, it's Saddle Pad Collection Part 2. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be running through my saddle pad collection, specifically my LeMieux, because at this point I have got a slightly ridiculous amount of LeMieux saddle pads, so I thought I'll go through them all and just show you guys which ones I have. So I have a lot of saddle pads, and actually I'll be really honest, I started buying pads before Marley was even backed, before we even had a saddle, but in my defence I did have Pippin at the time as well, so I wasn't buying them just for Marley, but they were mainly for Marley. But let's go through the ones that I have. So we'll start off with the Sorbet. So Sorbet is actually the first pad I ever got. Way back in lockdown 1. I was actually home for the first lockdown, so I was working from home, but I moved back to my family home because I only just moved to London, which meant that I saved loads on travel, because obviously working in London, travel's really expensive, but I wasn't travelling anywhere, so I saved loads of money, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself a little bit. So I bought my very first LeMieux saddle pad. I actually got this in the sale when they were being discontinued, and when it arrived I instantly fell in love with the brand. I absolutely love the quality, I love how soft they are, I love the colour. I also picked up the ears as well, so I got myself a little matching set, and I got the bandages. So this is the first full set that I ever had and absolutely love it. It's actually one that I took ages to actually use because it's such a nice colour, and it's my first brand new good quality saddle pad, so I was so nervous about getting it dirty and using it for the first time. Obviously now it is a little bit dirty, but yeah, this is my first one. So here I have the champagne, and this colour is so nice on beige. I just love this one on Marley, and this is another one I got when it's being discontinued, because who doesn't love a bargain? Absolutely love this one as well. I have got the ears for it, but annoyingly I've lost them, and it's quite stressful knowing that there's LeMieux ears somewhere that I don't know where they are. But I have got the ears for this as well. Haven't got the bandages, but I'm not really using bandages a lot at the minute, but I just love having a nice neutral coloured pad. This is something that I use kind of like more day to day, because a lot of my colours are really bright and colourful, and you know, you want to be in the right mood for a colourful saddle pad. So this is a nice neutral colour that I kind of grab as and when and use just kind of as a more day to day colour. So this has got to be one of my absolute favourites, obviously. The Tangerine Hive. When I saw that LeMieux did high-vis saddle pads years and years ago, I knew that this is something that I really wanted. So when I saw it come up for sale, I actually bought it second-hand on Facebook Marketplace, and I just knew I wanted it because at that point Marley was just starting to be backed. I knew we'll be doing a lot of hacking, and I just thought having a nice bright high-vis saddle pad would just be the perfect addition to our hacking wardrobe, especially because we are in the city in London, so we need to be safe, be seen, because not a lot of people around here know what to do around horses, so I want to be as bright as possible to make sure people always know that we're there. So absolutely love this one. This is my only small medium pad, and it's actually the one that's making me think maybe I might have to get small mediums, because all my other ones are large, but I just love this one. It just fits really nicely under a saddle, and of course it's so bright, I love it. So next up we have the stunning Lavender. So this is actually my most recent purchase, so I got this one I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Haven't actually used it with Marley yet because it's so brand new. I tend to take a bit of a while to use my brand new pads, so I tend to use other ones first and kind of keep them as clean as possible for as long as I can. So I do also have the bandages to match. So he's not actually worn this one yet, but I'm hoping now that we've got lovely I'm hoping now that we've got lovely sunny weather, I can get this bad boy out and we can use it out and about on our hacks. So this is the ice blue. This is probably one of my favourite colours on Marley. This is actually the first LeMieux saddle pad that he actually wore, so although I got Sorbet first, I didn't use that one first, I used this one first. I got this one second hand, which might be why I was a bit happier to use it straight away. But this is the first full set that he ever wore, so I'll put a picture in somewhere of when he first wore it. So when I was backing Marley, because you know me, I'm just so bougie, I did back my horse in his LeMieux saddle pads. So when I backed him, this is one of the sets that he wore at the time. And I also have the ears, I was actually really lucky to find these ears second hand for £17. I was so chuffed. So this was Marley's first ever proper set, and actually it's a set I've not yet completed, so I still need the bandages for this and for Mulberry, which are the first 2 sets that I've probably got. And yeah, I still haven't got the bandages, so I'm on the hunt to complete these sets before I do anything else. So as I mentioned, here I have Mulberry. So I do love this colour, it's just a really nice colour on him. I do love a bit of burgundy, obviously it's not quite burgundy, but it's just such a nice colour on him. And again, it was his 3rd pad, so I backed him in this one as well when I was doing work with him when I first started working with him back in lockdown 1. This is another one of the sets that he was wearing. I actually got this and Ice Blue together. Again, I got them second hand, and I was really lucky to get them both for about £20 each, which was amazing. So yeah, really lucky to get that. So next up, I thought I would do my Loire pads. So I've only actually got 2 Loire pads. I do love them, I love the quality, but I don't really think I need them at the minute just because they're so nice. And we're not doing anything too like extravagant, we're not doing anything nice schooling or going out and about, and I think you need a nice pad for when you're going out, and at the minute we're just hacking, so I don't really use these a lot, but I do love them. I've got the ink blue and the blackcurrant. So I was actually really lucky that I won the ink blue when they just came out. So this is the first pad that I ever got that was like a new release, that I got a new colour. So obviously I love this one especially because it's just so nice. When ink and mink were released, I knew this was the colour that I wanted. It's just so much nicer than like your average dark blue or navy. It's just a bit deeper, a bit richer. And it just looks absolutely stunning on Marley. I do think it's one of those colours that just looks so good on him, especially in winter when his coat's a bit darker. So I absolutely love this pad. So next up we've got the Loire Blackcurrant, and it's no secret that I love Blackcurrant. Blackcurrant's probably my favourite colour out of all the LeMieux colours. I just think it's so nice. Obviously I didn't start buying LeMieux until very late into it, so actually when I discovered Blackcurrant it was just about to be discontinued. Heartbreak. I actually didn't get any of the products in the sale. Well, I got a few, but I'll talk about that in a minute. One thing I do like about the Loire pads is the CC shape as opposed to GP. I think if they'd done like a Loire GP, it wouldn't have hit quite as well. I think having it in a CC just makes it that much more elegant. I don't know why, but it does. I tend to use GP saddle pads because I've got a GP saddle, so obviously I wouldn't go for CC, but definitely think that my favourite part about Loire is just the nice shape. Obviously the satin quality is just amazing, and who doesn't love the metallic badge that they have on all of their fly veils? It's just a little like splash of luxury, so absolutely love these. While we're talking about Blackcurrant and CC, I will move on to the Essential pad. So the Essential pads was quite a fairly new release, a new product that they're doing, and it's basically just their suede but with this big square shape, and they all came in CC. I love this. I think it's just a great everyday pad. I think the Essential pad is a great idea because it is like an everyday pad for me. It's something that I can use on and off. It's like a LeMieux, but not quite like so quality that you don't want to use it all the time. And again, it came in this CC shape. And of course it is Blackcurrant. So I actually got this when Blackcurrant got discontinued, but heartbreak. I missed the sale by like 3 days because my payday was 3 days after the sale was released, and by the time I got there was nothing left. I mean, these LeMieux buyers are no joke. There was literally bottom of the barrel stuff. So I actually only managed to get the Essential pad and my Blackcurrant bandages, which I was kind of happy about because then I did kind of get like a full set kind of thing. But I was so sad that I missed out on the GP and all the other products, so it was completely heartbreaking for me. But really glad I got this. So I was actually so lucky that despite missing out on the sale, I was able to get a few Blackcurrant items because some truly lovely people online on Facebook selling things secondhand sold me some things. So I got these ears really nicely and cheaply for only £21 I think, which was really great because I completed my set. A lovely lady on Facebook bought things from the sale in multiples, so she bought like 3 or 4 of some items and then sold them on full sale price to people that missed out on the sale. So I was able to get my Blackcurrant hat silk for the sale price from a lovely lady secondhand, which was absolutely amazing. Like, I just love when people are just really kind and think of others, and it's just something that you shouldn't have to do it, but it was so good, especially when they were going for so much because people were just like desperate to get their hands on it. And of course I also got the base layer secondhand as well, very thankfully. And I just feel kind of bad lately because there's so many people that are like desperate for these items and I'm here just coveting them to myself. But of course that's probably why people want them, because they're just so precious now, and I would never sell them because I know how rare they are. And it tried so long for me to get all of my blackcurrant items, so this is my blackcurrant collection. And speaking of the collection, we are now on to the last product from the blackcurrant item. This is my large GP blackcurrant saddle pad that I finally managed to find. So excited. Although I must admit, now that I have it, it's one of those things that you wanted it for so long that when you finally get it, it's like, oh, don't want it now. It's not that I don't want it, I do, but now that I've got the newer GP shapes, I do find that the old GP shape doesn't quite fit my saddle, and this is a large, and I know that the larges in the past were a bit bigger, and I find that the new large size fits my saddle better. So this actually is something that I'm debating selling at the minute. I'm really like debating it because I know that I wanted it for so long, and if I sell it now, I got it at a really good price, I'm probably going to pay like twice as much to buy it back again. So it is very up in the air, but finally got my blackcurrant GP. So this is the stunning venison blue. I love this colour, and actually I would admit that when I got this, it was probably like one of those childhood things that you've always wanted it, so you had to have it. Because I remember that this colour is actually the very first LeMieux saddle pad that I ever like came into contact with. So someone on my yard when I first started riding had this, so like that's like a good few years ago now, and I remember just loving it. I loved how it looked on her horse, I loved the colour, and I just said one day I'm going to have that, and today is that day. So I finally own a Benetton blue saddle pad. I've also been very lucky that I was able to find the bandages, and I also have the matching hat silk. So here we have the beautifully stunning chilli red. I think chilli red is probably one of everyone's go-to colours. I mean, who doesn't look good in red, right? All horses and all people, as far as I know, look amazing in red. So this is definitely one of my favourite pads. Fun fact you will notice, it's also my only dressage shaped pad. I only bought this because it was chilli. I do not have a dressage saddle, but I really wanted the colour, and I just thought, you know what, I have to have it, so just get it. So I bought it in a shape that I didn't need it in. So I have used it. I kind of tend to use it like if I'm lunging him, if he's wearing a roller, because obviously I'm not that person that'll put a dressage pad on the GP saddle. I can't do it. I can't, guys. So I only really use it every now and then. I every now and then get tempted to like swap it for a GP or sell it on to get a GP, but I know that one day I'm going to wish I had the dressage version, so I might as well hang on to it and keep hold of it for now. So since I'm wearing my blackcurrant base layer, I might as well go into my rider wear as well. Obviously I've got my blackcurrant base layer, my Sorbet base layer, and my Min UV Tech top. So these two I don't actually wear that often. Of course I got this when it was getting a bit chilly, so I wasn't going to wear a short sleeve top in the middle of winter, but now that it's getting a bit warmer, I'll definitely try wearing it a bit more. With the Sorbet, I'm not entirely sure how it looks on me. I'm not sure if I like the colour, but again, I'm going to keep giving it a try because I do like it and I love this base layer. I do think it looks nice with certain things, so I'll just have to like play around and see what it looks like. But soon I will be doing a full photo shoot with Marley, both of us in our Sorbet outfits, to give myself a better idea of what it looks, because I recently wore my full blackcurrant outfit and I just fell in love with it, so I think I could do the same with Sorbet. So I'm going to leave this video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I've got enough pads in my LeMieux collection to fill a video, so I won't go into any more. But please let me know if you have any colours that you absolutely love, anything you think I should get from Marley, any from my collection that you would like. And of course, stay tuned for part 3 of my saddle pad collection.